All right, quick check-in with Chapter 11, the final part of Part 3, Voyage to Laputa, where Gulliver bids farewell to Lugnag, declining thing. He gets a letter from the Emperor, the King of Lugnag, introducing him to the Emperor of Japan, basically to help kind of grease the wheels and get him there. His plan being to get to Japan, and then the Dutch, who are the only ones who can actually trade in Japan, he'll take a Dutch ship to get back to Amsterdam, and then from Amsterdam to England, which is what happens. There is a whole thing of he asks the Emperor, as kind of a favor through the King of Lugnag, not to have to trample the crucifix, which is at least what Gulliver says the Dutch have to do to be able to trade in Japan, is trample on the crucifix. I think the Japanese being kind of concerned with all the missionary inclinations of Western countries, not maybe unreasonably so. So, and the Emperor's a little bit surprised at this, wondering, you're the first Hollander who's ever actually had any scruples about this, which, another dig at the Hollanders not being good Christians, just being skeeving merchants. But he agrees to it, though it has to be through some kind of, basically, my officials will forget it. We're going to ignore it. We're not going to take this up as official thing, but just as a favor to my brother monarch, I will do this. And indeed, he gets to the ship. The Hollanders, he apparently, Gulliver, I can't remember if Swift did, but, Gulliver studied at the University of Leiden, which it seems like a lot of people did do this. At least I think the next generation, I think you get Gibbon, who does that. Edward Gibbon, the historian. And so, he actually speaks Dutch fairly well, and it seems to be able to pass himself off, and had friends there, so he's able to kind of make up names and say where his family is from in Holland. So apparently fool them. Though one rogue says, like, hey, I don't think you've trampled on the crucifix. He tries to rat him out, but the official who's been commanded by the Emperor to ignore this just takes him for a rogue and beats the Hollander guy with bamboo sticks. So he gets on the ship. They make it back to Amsterdam, passing through Cape of Good Hope, Amsterdam, and then he makes it back to England. I went straight to, he arrives, and I went straight to Redriff, where I arrived the same day at 2 p.m. and found my wife in good family and health. This is after an absence of 5 years and 6 months complete, I guess, has been his entire voyage this time. And that with Gulliver, that is probably, will a full day pass before he's off on his next voyage. The next voyage being the final voyage, Part 4, a voyage to the country of the Humanins, the intelligent horses, I believe, is what this is, and I'm looking forward to this. All right, more videos later.